Hello, and what is it? It's welcome back.
What is up?
Or welcome. I nearly knocked my
What is
coffee.
up?
What is up?
Yeah, and welcome back to
What is up? And welcome back to Got a Problem Mate podcast where we solve
your problems,
my
problems,
my problems,
our guests' problems,
all three in one go.
in an hour or less.
Yes,
Sometimes less.
but
Occasionally just over.
but it's mainly just like a fun chat.
It's just basically like two friends and another friend that's in on a 0 hours contract.
Yeah, I used to have. Have you ever had a 0 contract?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I was on a strong contract at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do they pay you
What?
at Pizza Hut?
Back then?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which period. I was there for quite a long time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how much?
Like, I think when I first started, probably about £5 an hour.
Wow.
But it's a different time back then. Don't forget, I'm much older than you.
60.
And then
He gets
I get Botox.
blood injected to him like that guy.
Like Mick Jagger.
Does he?
Huh?
I don't think you can do libel.
Right? Now, because the Rolling Stones have just brought an album out.
Okay.
By the way, this is a note I made. I want to talk more about music on this podcast because I really love music and we don't ever really get to talk about it, even though it doesn't really fit the podcast. But it's like a little tiny mini section. Anyway, we'll get to that. Anyway, right? The Rolling Stones have got a new album out, right? Whatever. But Mick Jagger's voice sounds so good.
Oh.
He must be up to something. Do you know what I mean? To like sound like that. If it's AI or if it's blood infusion or it's living in an ice chamber cave,
Devil worship.
but he's up to something. Do you know what I mean? Same as Iggy Pop.
Does Iggy Pop sound good?
Well, but he's still going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that
he's
doesn't
done
mean
so
anything.
much drugs.
Oh, I'll tell you something.
Joe, do you want to know what he does? And I don't know what this is, but I
Okay.
feel like we need to get into it ASAP. That stands for ASAP. Qigong.
Sorry?
It's like an ancient, like breathing and sort of movement fighting. I don't even know what it is. It's like Tai Chi.
You've joined a cult or something.
No, I haven't.
You've gone weird this week.
This week.
Yeah, you've gone extra weird.
So I think we need to investigate that.
Investigate it?
Yeah.
Like bring it down.
No, I want to know if we should be doing it.
Breathing exercises.
What did I call it? Qigong.
Qigong?
Qigong. I
Frankie
would say it doesn't
Valli.
always start like this, but it does, everybody, if you're just joining for the first time.
Frankie Valli.
And the Four Seasons Hotel.
Yes. Well, I saw a video of them on YouTube. I don't know why I went down a rabbit hole watching loads of Frankie Valli stuff. And one of the comments pointed out, like, oh, he's not singing.
Mm.
And if you look at this other performance, it's the same. The vocal's the exact same. So that's what they're doing. They're lying.
Yeah, but Mick Jagger's probably using AI, isn't he? To not sound like an 80-year-old Mick Jagger. And sound more
Can
like
you
a
use AI
30-year-old.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get AI impressions, like, and you just type it in. You know, like how you used to make the robotic kind of computer noise say whatever you typed in.
Yeah.
You can now get that for like loads of celebrities.
Yeah.
Like MF Doom and stuff.
I got one on my Twitch stream. I got a straight to voice, text to voice
Yeah.
thing, but it says Blue Lives Matter because I play a game where I'm the police and I take out street racers, but I kill them.
Is
You're not
Twitch
meant
still a
to.
thing?
Twitch is a thing very
Oh,
much.
okay.
Can we introduce our guest and then do our problems?
Yeah,
I just
sure.
feel like we've wasted so much time.
No, we haven't wasted. This is content.
No, it's good. It's good.
This
Sorry.
is content.
I forget that if you jokingly are negative, people will take it literally. So this is good, actually. Today's guest, everybody, is very
I clapped
good.
because I was excited.
It's
about
a
our
very
first
good
guest.
friend of mine who I do really genuinely like very much. We actually met on the set of a movie, genuinely a Hollywood movie, which we'll get to. That's where we met. Yeah, that's
What
right.
Hollywood? I do your intro. Sorry,
Yeah. He does many things. He was a polar bear in a film, but you can't see him. We'll talk about that. That's true. He does very good comedy stuff, of course. Lots of improvising on stage, which he's excellent at. And an excellent podcast to boot.
What is this podcast called To Boot?
Yeah, to boot on iTunes.
To boot or not to boot?
Yeah, with John Luke Roberts. Oh, I said the name. Today's guest, everybody's just John Luke Roberts.
Yeah, hello. Yay.
Can I do my intro
He
now?
wants to do an
you do
intro
an
as
intro,
well.
We'll both do one, and you
Okay.
can decide which one you like,
Okay,
either
sure.
out loud or in your own head. It's
Okay,
up to you.
good. Yeah.
Today's guest is a British stand-up comedian, writer, actor, and performer. A clown, born in Newcastle, which I didn't know, according to his Wikipedia. very inventive stand-up, a chameleon of many types, and the owner of a
Comedian.
really...
It's pronounced comedian.
Thank you. And also, the lovely flat. I've been in his flat and he doesn't know that. It's John Luke Roberts.
Wait. I've been to his flat, but
But he doesn't know
but
I've
he
been
knows
in there.
about it.
When were you in my flat?
When Josh Glank was living there.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Could
It's
you
nice,
tell?
isn't it?
It's really nice.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, how's he managed to get this?
No.
No offense.
No, I understand. Well,
It's a lovely
that's
flat,
what
yeah.
Bilal and I can talk about, our time in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we met.
Let's
So
start
there's
there.
a film called Last Christmas. It's the best Christmas film that's ever been made. I play a character called Oscar. He's like an architect.
Actually,
he has a
your
nice rug.
Your Christmas or Mine is the best Christmas film because my friend wrote it. And he's a better
No.
friend to me than you are.
Last Christmas is a better film, though.
He checks in on me about my marriage all the time. You don't really ever bother. So his Christmas film is better than... He checks in on my divorce. You don't. So
But why? But I check in on your
not
relationship.
Often, not often enough.
But you want me to ask about your
No,
divorce.
I just want you
not
to
your
check in on me
girlfriend.
more. And if you did, then I would say your Christmas film was better than my other mate's Christmas film.
Could this be a pitch for a Christmas film? Like two people discussing which Christmas film was best and actually reveals the deep truths of their interpersonal relationship with each other. And they have to solve it. Oh, it's perfect timing too. Just beginning of winter, you got 2 months and happy ending on Christmas Day. So third act comes in early December. There's a kind of advent. Oh no, it's all gone to pot. There's no way they're friends anymore. And then Christmas Day, bye-bye.
Can the ending be a concert?
Of course.
Okay.
What kind of concert? Well, like
Well,
when,
Christmas kind, obviously.
Yeah, like when they get like a big band or orchestra to play like Home Alone tunes in an open air cinema.
And there's like an old lady in the film, and then she dances at the end, and that's one of the good bits.
Are you describing Last Christmas?
That happens, doesn't it?
I think
Okay, all of that happens in Last
So
Christmas.
hang on, I know what you do
Excuse me.
in Last Christmas, which no offense, not loads. And what do you do in Last Christmas?
I play.
He's living with that.
He's pretty angry. You electrocute fish, don't you?
No, it's my fish that she electrocutes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones kills my fish.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the audition.
What's she like?
Did you have
It's
to
nice.
provide a fish?
I had to react to my fish dying, and I
Oh.
was like, oh no. And they said, yeah, you got it.
Is that how you did it?
No, I can't remember how I did it. I think I just
Mhm.
did a,
Can I audition for it?
yeah, go on.
Hmm.
Fish dies.
That's handy. I didn't really like looking after that fish anyway.
That's not really how you would. You can't
You
just
can't.
say
you
what
don't,
you're.
you don't get to like rewrite the.
So, excuse me. So basically, there was a big. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. There was a big scene at the end of Last Christmas where there's a big concert in like a church hall, and on that day, all the actors were there basically because everyone's in the last bit, and I found it very difficult because you had to hang out with all the other actors, and no offense, but they can be quite difficult people to hang out with sometimes, and I found that difficult. But thank God, this lad was there,
Mm.
and also Ingrid Oliver,
Mhm,
who's a comedy
mhm,
person,
mhm.
and then we all just came together
Yeah.
and hung out, and that was good.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it can be lonely filming.
Oh God, yeah.
I think the whole profession of comedy is quite lonely. If you think about it, you spend a lot of time writing alone, traveling alone,
Mhm.
performing alone.
Mm.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a lonely business.
Mm.
So what was you in the film?
I'm Klaus, the annoying German clown.
It's true.
Yeah, I go around being annoying in Covent Garden.
You got a kazoo, did you?
Oh, I
Or
had a
something?
kazoo. Yeah, I had a kazoo.
But I've seen it.
That's me.
Yeah, but I've.
You've
how did I
forgotten the
not,
clown?
How did I not recognise it
Well,
as
I'm
you?
dressed as a clown. I've
He's-
got like a
he's
nose on and
full
makeup
on.
and
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
that
yeah.
would.
Yeah. I also generally I do subsume myself in the character I'm playing. So
Yeah.
I try to hide my own
And he
self
stayed in character
all the time.
off screen.
Can I say? Right. Can I tell you a funny story about
Yeah.
Yes.
the filming? But then I'm going to tell a funnier version than what actually happened.
That's good. That's podcasts.
But
That's
then
podcasting.
I'll tell the difference. So because we were filming Covent Garden like
Can
through
I
the
see if I
night.
can spot the difference?
Yeah. We were filming in Covent Garden through the night. For
That
that
bit's
bit.
not true.
No, that
in
is
the
true.
day.
That's
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mike, no, I won't tell you which. I'll filming. So instead of staying in a trailer, we were staying in a hotel there because that's what they hired. So they hired out the rooms. And when I was playing a clown, so I was dressed as a clown. They gave me the key to my room, and I went and I opened it, and it wasn't my room. They'd given me the key to a room that a couple, just members of the public, were staying in. So I opened the door, and they did jump apart at this point, and there I was dressed as a clown in their doorway. with
When
a
you say
knife.
jump apart, how naked were they?
They weren't naked yet, but they were definitely in bed.
He was naked.
They were watching, I think, TV or something. I averted my eyes as well. I'm not going to I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
No. If you've done that, you might as well have a good old look.
No,
If you've done it by accident, once you've done the damage,
No,
you might
I
as well.
don't think
no,
that's
no.
good.
In fact, I think the
that's-
whole thing is like you. There is always a time to go. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think. Joey.
Yeah, what you said.
Yeah,
is
but
the
you
sort
can
of
say
thing-
I'm so sorry, but your eyes could be like I'm just
That's the
scanning
sort
for
of thing-
information.
No, but
would-
that's not the kind of.
people would clip that out of you
Yeah.
later.
That's not the kind of
Like,
clown I am. I went, oh God, I'm so sorry, and then I went down to the. I went down to reception to say, I think you've just let me into. They must have got their money back, right?
A clown came in.
The clown came in.
What
They
kind
wouldn't
of
have
star
believed it.
hotel are we talking here?
Oh, it was fancy.
Oh
It
my
was in
God.
Covent Garden. It was a fancy hotel.
It was incredible.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah, there aren't
wait,
any
it's
travel
not.
lodges in Covent Garden.
Isn't it the one oh maybe it was different. Wasn't it the one that's
I'm not
near
sure. I think we
Marylebone?
can't.
Was it
I
different?
think if we say now that I've said they gave me the, then this turns into a sort of
oh,
libelous thing,
legal
doesn't it?
thing. Okay,
And
it
then
was
there'll be a
Travelodge.
podcast
Yeah.
Or
about
whatever.
about that, trying to investigate it, and then they'll use a clip from this podcast.
Can I? Because you want to guess which bit wasn't true.
You didn't do honk honk.
That actually no, there's two bits, but this is kind of broader bit. I wasn't dressed as a clown at that point because I was
Right.
just turning up.
Yeah,
for the
but you
day.
would be if it was a stand-up story.
It's so much better as a clown,
Yeah.
isn't it? So much better as a clown.
Yeah, I mean, when we clip this out
Mhm,
for the internet, we'll take that bit off the end.
But
The
yeah,
bit
you
about
would.
not being
But
clown,
it
yeah,
makes sense. You would have had your makeup taken off by that point.
Can we just
wouldn't
do that again and react so that it's for
Just
the
say
clip?
I was dressed as a clown.
And I was dressed as a clown.
What? Is this guy for real? Clip that out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Now we're going to do a brand new feature.
Oh, yeah.
It's not new. You've
it's
just
a brand
decided
new
you're doing it
feature.
every week.
It's
Can
called.
I
been
also
doing
I
it.
didn't judge your intros.
Oh yeah.
And I will say, like, I liked Bilal's informality, but I liked Joey's
he read
formality.
The Wikipedia. He read the Wikipedia.
Yeah, although
It's
I
like
don't
going
like
on
my
Radio 5 Live.
My Wikipedia page, I think, is full of. I don't know who set it up, and I don't know who fills it in.
Have
and
you
I'm
got
a bit
one?
like weirded out by it.
Oh,
But it's been there since I
don't
was like
even-
21, and it's all slightly off.
Yeah.
Ugh.
yeah.
So if
someone
anyone wants
just
to go and
made mine.
correct my Wikipedia page,
If anyone wants to
Please
set
do.
one up for me, how big do I have to be?
Listen, a listener
Before I
will
get a
do
Wikipedia
it.
mine was
page.
flagged for years for insufficient evidence of sufficient notoriety.
A listener will set up your Wikipedia.
They better do, because like, how long have I got to be in this?
25 years.
Oh, okay, I've got another 7 years.
Quick
to go.
fire questions. This
You've been on Buzzcocks. I've never been on Buzzcocks.
You've
and I've got a
written for
Wikipedia
Buzzcocks.
page.
What?
And that's one of the things that aren't true on your
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
it is a bit true, but so like glancingly.
What did
true
you
that
write
I
for
wouldn't-
Buzzcocks?
Oh, I think it was a round a table thing, and it was very much the thing where the writers who were already there weren't really
Looking at you.
looking for new writers in the room.
Yeah, right.
So these questions determine whether you are allowed to stay as a guest on the podcast. It's
Oh.
called Vet the Guest or CRB Check. I have not come up with a.
What would the CRB check stand
This
for
is
in
it.
this instance?
Well, it's to see if
B,
you're allowed
B
to hit to
stands for
work.
Bilal.
Oh, you mean sorry? Criminal.
Correct.
No, no,
Correct.
I think you need to change it.
Okay. Comedian
Mm.
Review
review.
by Bilal.
Very good.
Hmm.
So 10 quick questions. You answer them quickly, please.
CRB.
Yes or no, unless it's
I
not
like
a
that you
yes or
turn
no.
this into an actual feature.
It's a feature. Question 1. Which pasta?
Oh, Fusilli.
Yeah, good. 2. Sausage dogs?
Yes.
Amazon lockers?
Okay, so this is slightly like basically I try not to order from Amazon, but I do like the lockers.
Yeah, the right answer. CBD?
Nah.
No.
You don't enjoy Central Business District.
No, not for me. Iron Brew?
But only like what
When
they now
you're
call
there.
like 1907, the original Iron Brew. I'm not interested
Oh.
in the.
Do you only enjoy it when you're north of the border as well?
I do, but then
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like a tourist.
Mm.
Like when I buy it in a shop in Edinburgh or something, oh, they just think.
Yeah, like you wouldn't
look
buy
at this
Foster's in
arsehole.
Australia. In fact, you can't.
Well, and why would you
Why would
buy
you?
it
Okay,
anywhere?
okay. Chosen weapon if needed?
Oh, nunchucks.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know how to use them?
No,
No, okay.
I could learn.
Yeah, I just wondered. you
Excuse
might
me.
have.
I can like you sort of swing around a bit, but it's sort
It
of like
looks
dangerous
easy.
poi.
Can I
Looks
answer that
easy.
question?
Sure.
A snooker ball in a sock.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's vicious. But it's hard to get your
He's
shoe
from
and your sock
Bexley.
off
No, you
without
bring
people
it. No, you
realise.
bring
Okay,
it
okay.
in a football sock.
Question number 7. There's only 10 questions. Questions number 7. What's up with Guy Ritchie?
Oh, I mean, what's he up to now? We did Aladdin. Is he doing something else like that?
Don't know.
Ah, yeah.
Question 8. If you if you're an understudy in a play, would you steal the main actor's things so you could pretend to be him when you're alone?
Well, no, but it sounds fun. Yeah, all right, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
you do it. Question 9. Would you do a corporate gig for Trident? That's the nuclear program. If it paid very well.
Mhm.
I feel like he was going to say yes before you said.
Well, I thought it was going to be the chewing gum. I thought
Yeah,
you were
he
talking
was.
about the chewing gum. I was like, yeah, I do it for the chewing gum.
No.
Well, no, I'm not doing the corporate gig for Trident.
I would do it if they gave me an actual Trident as well.
Yeah, I think you'd
Keepsake
do it
Trident.
anyway. And final question. Would you do ayahuasca for material?
Because that's why people do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it for material. It's not the kind of.
Okay. You scored 4,000.
Oh,
You're allowed now to speak to Joey Page.
Oh, did you know that was the prize? I didn't know that was. I'm so sorry that that's the prize.
It's a good feature.
That's a good
It's
feature.
not a bad
Bilal.
feature.
It's a brand new feature.
You wrote some
everybody.
good questions.
Thank you. Last night.
The corporate gig for Trident, is it on the submarine?
It's on a nuclear bomb.
Oh, like in Strangelove.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they show you all the things. They say we're very proud of this.
Mm.
Is that you?
No,
Well, you should apologise anyway.
it's on an airplane.
You should say sorry to
I'm
Joey.
sorry, Joey.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
But you did well in the quiz.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You did the best out of all the guests.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the first time he's done it as a feature.
Interesting.
You got
Given a score.
4,000 though. No one's going to beat that.
We'll see.
We will.
We need to keep a track of this in
Can
the
you-
leaderboard.
Can you tell us about when you worked with Robert Downey Jr., please?
I was in Doolittle, the film Doolittle, which you remember was
Eddie Murphy original.
it was a reboot
Well,
of Doctor
that was-
Doolittle in period again with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doolittle, and I was originally cast as Pirate 3, and I did the part as Pirate 3, and then they did reshoots, and in the reshoots I was a green screen polar bear, but not the type where they motion capture you. I was just a man standing where the polar bear would be, holding a polar bear's head on a stick for about 5 weeks.
Do you still get the same money or not?
It was paid as if we were proper actors. Well, I'm a proper actor, but I mean, yeah, we were paid too well for the job, but it's the kind of thing where really you're paid so they can treat you however they want.
Right.
5 weeks.
So, yeah, something like that.
And how long would you work in a day? Like,
Oh, we'd be in like first thing in the morning.
right.
I'd get home at like 10 p.m. and then get be picked up at 5 or something because it was in a completely different part of London to the
Free
part I
meals.
live in. Yeah, free meals. And the food was very good.
Yeah, free meals
was
food is good. That's-
very good. Very good, yeah.
The thing with acting
Years
work,
ago, I did green screen stuff there, so that's why I thought it was there.
the thing with acting work is there's so much waiting around, which
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
like a weird thing to complain about because you're getting paid a lot and all of that for a nice job. Yes.
I used to do Little.
Oh.
And now
I
what?
used to go out with a girl whose surname was Little.
No, that can't be what you meant to say. I'm so sorry.
I thought it was just
I
a
thought
man
he
who
meant he
didn't do
used to
much.
not do a lot.
I
Yeah.
didn't realise
Well,
you
I did a
He
lot.
turned
Russell
into-
Brand and Jonathan Ross in this thing.
Shall we do?
I'd like to say I disapprove at this point.
I only say things because I know that he will disapprove.
Can I tell you something very sad that I'd like to announce that had happened? That has happened last
Is it
week.
the end of the podcast?
Well, yes,
Oh.
because I did Channel 5's Best British Ads.
Oh,
We
this
know
again.
that. We all
We
know
know
about that. No one saw it because it was on at the same time as Dispatches on Channel 4.
Wait, is it
we all
gone out
know
already?
that.
Yeah, it went out the same
It went out.
time as the Russell Brand documentary.
I thought you said you were doing it the other day.
Well,
He was. Oh no, it's a bad news.
I was asked to do Julian Cleary's Best British Ads,
Right.
and I left the day free.
Can I
In
just
fact,
say-
I didn't do your
yeah,
podcast
exactly.
that day.
That's why you
because of that.
You didn't just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that."
I
Time.
said, "I'm
you were
doing
very
this
much
job."
like, "No, I'm doing Julian Clary's Christmas ads."
And
at
I
that
said,
point,
get
'cause
over it. 'cause
really
A
I
lot
want-
of people
I know how
won't
you
even
get.
know who Julian Clary is.
Oh,
That's
come
how
on,
far
he's a
down the-
legend.
No, he's on
no.
Taskmaster now.
Is
Oh,
he?
is he?
Yeah.
Okay, you know him from Taskmaster.
I got an email though saying, "Oh, he's not required anymore.
You are not required.
I'm
Julian.
not required anymore."
Oh, I see. I thought it'd be weird to send you an email saying Julian Clary is not required.
Required. I said, "What's that got to?"
Oh,
So
that is
can you
sad.
reach out to Julian Cleary?
That's
Okay,
I was gutted about
Yeah,
it.
so
It was
now,
like,
why don't we do like a protest now,
okay,
where we don't continue with the podcast today, this
Until
episode,
Julian
until
Cleary
he gets
is-
back?
Well, no, how about just so you get your moment in the sun? Like I say some adverts,
Oh,
famous ones,
yeah.
and then you react to them and like do the kind of thing you'd say on,
all right,
you
go
know,
on.
look just off the side of the
I'm
camera,
looking like there. Yeah,
as if you've got this kind of coloured background behind you, probably with like maybe some animation on it.
I'd be like this.
And I'll say like, okay, the Guinness one with the horses in the waves.
They had these horses in the waves. We saw that. We couldn't believe it.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
The smash aliens who eat the mashed potato and they go.
At this point, I'd only seen Alien, the film, and those are scary. That's a different kind of alien. And let me tell you, they don't eat crisps.
He's good at this, eh?
It's not crisp. It's mashed potato. It's instant
They don't
mash.
eat mashed potato.
Yeah,
They
well, you have to take it again.
What do
from
they
here.
do?
Take
They.
two.
Do you remember the robot guy that gets ripped in half and milk comes out his mouth?
That's
what
not
happens.
in. That's in Alien.
That's in Alien.
Yeah, that's an Alien.
Yeah, that's good. They could cut around that.
What about Tony the Tiger?
They're
Frosty.
great.
Yeah.
They just use that bit, I think.
No, but you could say something like, and you know the advert as well. That's great.
It's great. Advert, not bad.
That's good. Yeah.
I don't know
Yes.
why they would have dropped you.
No, you're
I'm
good at it.
made for that
You're a
kind
natural.
of television.
Because you've also got that air that makes everything think, oh, he could be being ironic.
Yeah.
So you've also got that kind of coolness on top, but it could be all at face value.
It's not ironic.
Scottish Widows, where you see like an unfeasibly young woman dressed as a sort of widow with like a hood on.
Well,
It's
she might
like-
have married an old man.
I know, but why is she dressed like
Or he could have been murdered.
a nun in her like 80s?
Right. Well, his parents are probably coming around. So she wants to make sure
She's
that
got
she
like
looks
a-
suitably like mournful.
Mm.
His really old parents.
That's a hard one. What do you say about that advert?
They probably wouldn't show that one, would they?
I don't
What
know
is
it's
it?
not
Julian
fun.
Clary's favourite ads?
I think they pretend it is.
Oh, but it's actually just all the ads you normally see.
I
on the
think
thing
he
anyway.
does 1 hour in front of a green screen for 20 grand.
Do you reckon he's getting 20 grand for that?
I don't know, but it's probably a lot.
Does Channel 5 have
20
that
grand.
kind of money?
They don't have 20 grand.
Well, not anymore. They've given it to Julian Clary.
Yeah.
That's why they can't have you.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
I was
Was
disappointed.
it you? Did your agency? Was their production arm the ones making the show?
My agent?
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
no.
Because they've got things stitched up, haven't they, Bilal? They've got the whole TV world stitched up.
They got it stitched up,
Stitched up.
I mean, I should probably be on some of those shows.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
must
why
really
you're wearing a
great, actually.
tracksuit top today? Because you want to go on Taskmaster?
Do they
The
wear
sort of thing people
tracksuits?
wear on that, isn't it?
Oh, I think Moan wore a tracksuit, so actually you'd have to find something different.
Okay. Can I borrow?
You want to swap?
Yeah.
Okay, you can borrow this.
No, we're not doing it now.
So, I would like to talk to you about improv, right? And we should get into our problems in a minute, but I'm really bad at it.
Uh-huh.
How can I be less bad at it apart from going to be shouted at by a scary French man in France?
Oh,
for,
well,
like,
that's
6 months?
different. That's different. That's clowning.
I know,
That's not
but
improv.
still.
But
But I feel,
Improv,
I feel like,
there's not enough shouting in improv teaching. There's too much. Yeah, that was really good. Maybe you could try it like that. You know, there's too much positive reinforcement and not enough like.
the thing is, I don't want to be an improv star, but I do want to improvise more in my stand-up.
Oh yeah. Well,
And I just don't think I'm very good at it.
Joey's a very good actor, right? He when we've done bits together, he prepares loads.
really.
Yeah.
I think that you can improvise, you just think you can't.
Yeah, but I want to prepare.
All right, let's do an improv now.
Okay.
What should we be? What's the situation?
You don't
Uh,
know when it
what's-
was just. Hello, ding 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 ding.
Okay.
I'd like to buy a car, please.
Sorry, can you just give me 1 second because I'm actually trying to tell my client that he's not going to be on Julian Clary's Christmas adverts show.
Yeah.
Bilal.
Yeah.
I think right. Okay. So actually, this is a teachable moment. Now, there's something in improv called yes and where you.
Oh, yeah,
you
that was the
take what
only thing
you're-
I knew, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. And what you did,
was
what
the
you did is
opposite.
no, but.
No, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And you can't sell
Also,
cars.
I've certainly set this at this point. We know this is a car sales room, but you for some reason
I'm
are
also a
passing on
comedy
like
agent.
comedy career information to Bilal.
Well, that's why it's the only job he can't get because I'm not good at it because I'm also too busy running a car showroom.
I see. Oh, so you're his agent. This is quite
Yeah.
a good. That's a good setup, actually.
Yeah.
That's a sitcom you get made in the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
With
Or in
what's his name in it?
extras.
What's his name from?
Barry from EastEnders.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not. No, that's more naughties because then there's the
Yeah.
ironic thing. I was thinking the guy who used to host Room 101.
Oh, Jack
Fra-
D.
Frank
no,
Skinner.
No, the other one before that.
Oh.
After Paul Merton.
Oh.
Or no, maybe before Paul Merton. Anyway,
Who was that?
him. He had a show called like Holding the Baby or something, and he was on loads of stuff.
Holding the baby.
And a load of panel games as well. But I've forgotten his
See.
name.
Right. Oh. who
Very
did
capable
it?
comedian.
I quite like that
Nick
show when I was
Hancock.
10.
Yeah, Nick Hancock.
Who's Nick Hancock?
Nick Hancock. He was on. What's that? What's the sports one?
Oh, they think it's all over.
Yeah.
dot
He
dot
was the
dot.
I
host
used
of
to
that.
watch that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where they used to like touch each other with blindfolds on. You wouldn't get away with that now. It's like, they'd be like, which sports star is this?
Yeah. No, you couldn't do
I
that.
think you
these
could do
days.
it though, because presumably, like, you,
Let me
by
guess which
taking
sports
part in
star
that, you
you'd
have
be.
sort of consented to the. Of course, you didn't ask Bilal's consent just
I
then,
don't
so
need
that was
to.
the.
I
see,
don't need
see.
to, Bilal.
He's done a lot of stuff in this episode.
It's called
You know you
bullying.
can withdraw consent at any time. Bilal.
Thank you.
So
You've
should we have
done
another go at improv?
Okay. Go ahead. I'll be in this one.
Mhm.
I'll be with you.
Okay.
4. That's a good shot, mate. Golf.
How about you? You want to go?
I'm all right carrying the bags for you guys, I think.
This
I
is-
enjoy that the most.
I think this is pretty
Okay.
good. You've done that well. You've maintained the environment, the world. You've also we've not found a game yet. Not found a game.
What do
okay.
you mean
I'll
by-
do, right. Okay. Here. You know what? You could be a little less obsequious and suck uppy. Actually, my bag carrier. He's such a suck up.
What a piece of trash.
I don't know what obsequious means.
I don't either, but I was just pretending.
Well,
It sounded negative.
It's
right?
why I then gave her the synonym of suck uppy.
Oh.
Yeah. I
a
thought
good
I looked in
word.
your eyes and I saw the.
Sophia.
This whole side of the room had no idea.
No, you masked it quite well.
Yeah,
I think you're good
that's
at
how I
acting
live.
cleverer than you are.
That's how it exists.
It's not clever anyway. It's knowledge. They're different things.
That's right. I pretend to understand loads of stuff.
You're
We're
really
still
good
in
at
the
it, though.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another member of the improv team would run in and say, "Scene,"
Scene.
and we'd finish because it's gone really well.
Have you done
It's
right?
reached natural ending.
I've not seen
But
a lot
if
of.
I wanted to improvise more in stand-up, which you're very good at,
Oh yeah, I don't know that. I just run with it.
yeah.
yeah,
It's about just taking things from places, isn't it? Like finding stimulus, and it's easier to find stimuli from the audience. But if you can find it in your head, that's useful too.
Have you seen in
Me generally,
improv-
actually, it's using things that in the room to.
Have you done lots of live improv, proper improv-y stuff?
Yeah.
I did a gig. I was doing some stand-up, but then there was also improv on the night. And they do a bit, and then they sit down and talk about it.
Oh.
What's that about?
I
Is
don't-
that's not a thing.
Well, it's a thing
Director's
because you
cut.
saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure if that's what they do every time. They just sat down, and started talking about it.
Huh.
And the audience was still loving it.
Oh.
And I thought I went home.
Maybe.
Would
really?
you like to sit
Yeah,
down
I
after
know.
you've done a bit of stand-up? Would you like to sit down and talk about it with
So,
the audience?
yeah, I kind of do that anyway, to be honest.
Okay.
When I can't fill when they book you for 30 minutes. I'm like, 30
Just write some
minutes.
material, mate.
30 minutes?
Yes,
You couldn't
mate.
do 30 minutes.
I did 30 minutes on. I did 30 minutes on Friday night and Saturday night. It's called headlining.
No, you do 20 sometimes headlining.
No, yeah, but sometimes you're asked to do 25 to 30.
Do you ever get asked to do 45? I do. That's weird.
40,
It's basically
40.
a show, isn't it? But with that, you just don't do the ending.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Don't do the sad bit.
Yeah.
Because that's not what they want. Do you do many live gigs, like stand-up shows?
Generally, do my hours. I think that's what I largely do. I've never really done the circuit as such much, but there's a few clubs that I really
Such
enjoy doing.
much.
As such much.
Such much.
Yeah.
I've got a question, and it's about something that me and you have both done.
Oh yeah.
And I think around about a similar time,
Right.
and we've kept it going.
Oh, yeah.
Drugs.
Both grown long hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you do it?
Classic in the
Lockdown. I did
Yeah.
lockdown too. Yeah.
And then you've kept it.
I've kept it. Well, don't you find that the sort of thought of cutting it now? It's like, well, but it took so long to grow this.
Yeah. Well, that's why I won't get hair implants, because my hair is starting to go a little bit, and I think
Right.
I've probably got about 5 years left. It's very much in keeping with the climate crisis.
So it's
But
going
a
from
personal
it's
one.
going from the front.
No, it's just going in the middle. Like,
Oh
it's
right.
kind of
Okay.
growing.
Okay.
And so I think, well, if I had like plugs put in or whatever, I'd have to shave it all off.
Yeah.
And it took ages to grow this. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm just gonna like go Terry Nutkin.
Oh, do you have to shave it off to?
I think so.
All right.
Or you used to. I don't know.
Yeah. I was going to ask, would you go full nutkin?
Well, I think that's where I'm heading.
Okay.
Wait, I mean, you're not gonna. You've got. A lot
No,
of
there's
hair.
no. Yeah, and there's no male pattern.
you might
baldness
go
in my
grey.
family. I could get alopecia. I got it on my
Yeah.
chin once.
Really?
Yeah, little patch there. Came back
And-
white, but it's all white now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long was that there for?
About a year.
Oh.
I think it was stress.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I didn't
So you're
know
not
that could
stressed.
happen.
That's good.
Well, or maybe my stress is just attacking different parts of my
Body,
body.
Oh yeah,
the arms.
No, actually, I'm not particularly stressed right now.
that's good.
That's really
That's
good.
great. Very rarely do we get a guest on this podcast where they're not stressed.
This is the best guess we've ever had, man.
I've got quite an itchy nose, though.
Scored 4,000 on the
test.
thing,
I did,
On
yeah.
the CB.
which is more than anyone has
I've
ever
taught
done.
you improv.
Taught me
Yeah.
improv.
Yeah.
And me, sort
Yeah.
of.
Think you can do it now?
Yes, and.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's show business.
What's your problem this week
Oh,
that you brought
so
in?
my problem, because John Luke Roberts is a very creative mind
Oh,
and also uses a lot of costumes and stuff, very silly costumes, especially, and we've not even touched on this, and I feel it is our duty bound to touch on this, that you are one of the creators, if not the sole creator, of a very famous Edinburgh comedy night.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I co-creator.
yeah, which I've done once,
Have you?
twice.
I retired from it, actually.
You've retired?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah.
why don't we say what we're talking
ACMS,
about?
Yeah, I
the
should say
Alternative
that,
Comedy
yeah.
Memorial Society.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to an age when I realised I didn't really want to be hosting a gig with 15 acts on.
Yeah.
Actually, I quite like going to bed.
Yeah.
But it's a great gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you used a lot of silly costumes in that. And my question is about this. I'm going to a fancy dress party.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even 100% Halloween because it's past Halloween.
Oh, dear.
It just says fancy dress.
When is
but
it?
It's like
This
the weekend after.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween.
So
Mm.
I'm stuck for costumes.
Spider-Man.
Well, so I have quite fierce opinions on Halloween itself. Like Halloween parties are for spooky costumes. They're not just for celebrity costumes.
100%.
But this seems like America certainly has a very different view on this. And you'll see people dressed up as whatever they want. It's got to be spooky.
It's
But
got to be spooky.
You have the liberty, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, so actually maybe that's the problem. You have too much choice.
Yeah.
You don't know where to start.
And I've also done a couple of quite good costumes in the past.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to better myself.
Uh-huh.
I've kind of
wonderful.
not got any idea. Can I tell you about a couple of them?
Yeah, tell me the ones you've done, yeah.
So, last year, me and my girlfriend went to a party as zombies, but zombies that were office workers. So it's like we had like lanyards and stuff for the departments we
Did
worked
the
in.
lanyards have the zombie face on or the normal
No,
face?
the normal face.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
So
And,
they'd been office workers
In
before.
fact, no, we'd drawn them, I think.
Ah.
So there was just a drawing, which, who's got a printer in 2022 at the time? But my favourite costume,
I've got a printer.
I went, and I've done this twice, and I don't know how you feel about resurrecting
Yeah.
costumes, but I went one Halloween as a like head on a table. So it was
Oh.
like tablecloth over a box, head through the box, and then I was inside a pizza box.
Oh.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then I did it another time where I was just like on a plate with like knives and forks, and people would put their drinks on me. And at the house party, you couldn't get down the hall. I had to go sideways.
Oh, dear.
Refused to take it off at any point in the night.
That's I like the commitment. Well, is there a way you could? Is there like another variation on the table one you could do? Did you have one of those cloches? You know, the silver things that
No,
you.
I would have liked one, but
They're quite hard
wouldn't
to
have-
find, I guess. I remember
and
there's a whole
especially one
episode
that
of The
would-
Apprentice once when I used to watch it when they had to go and find a cloche.
and Alan Sugar would be stood
Where?
3 foot in front of
That was the
everybody else.
problem. It was like buy a cloche, and most of them were like, we don't know what a cloche is, and they weren't allowed to Google. So
Catering shop.
I don't know but I didn't know it was called a cloche.
well, now the reason I know it's called a cloche is
Right.
because of that episode.
But you
of The
wouldn't have
Apprentice.
known
I
before.
did know that.
How
I just know. Some
think it's
people just
French for
know.
bell.
Knowledge.
is it?
It looks a bit like a bell.
Mm.
But your head is the
Cloche.
clanger if you're in the table.
Mm. And also, it wouldn't fit because most cloches don't take into account that you're going to put a head underneath.
Yeah, no, but
That's
hang on.
true.
You can get cloches for like roast turkey. Your head's smaller than a turkey.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If you are listening on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts,
Or watching on YouTube, remember?
no, but I'm saying if you're listening
Oh.
and you don't know what I look like, I can confirm my head is smaller than a full turkey.
I don't know.
By the way, if you are listening, why not like, rate, and subscribe, and
That's good.
also leave a comment in the comment section on YouTube because it really helps our algorithms.
Sorry?
Algorithms.
Algorithms. He just throws things in all the
I
time.
think it's an hour. Oh, did you
Yeah,
say hour?
algorithms.
Algorithms.
Oh, it's,
He thinks that's what they're
That's
called.
nice. Nice.
He thinks
What's that?
they're
What's
our-
that called when you put two words together to make a
a
new word?
neologism or a portmanteau word.
Portmanteau.
He was asking people about their podcast. He said, "How's your algorithms?"
How's your algorithms?
My problem is, I would like to read books, and I can't be bothered.
I think this was
And I
my
listened
fucking
to-
problem about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but mine is like.
I mean, listen to the
But
podcast.
mine's more important because it's me.
I've actually started
No,
reading.
you read more than I do.
No, but I said I don't read, and now I'm reading.
But how do I overcome that thing of being very bored and not wanting to do it?
Well,
I don't like audiobooks.
oh yeah, audiobooks. I find my
Difficult,
culture,
isn't it?
I just drift.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what happened? And
Exactly.
you like rewinding all the time.
Mm.
Well, you can't do that in the car.
Also, a novel is like 7 hours, and you can lose your place.
Sure. Well, bookmark. First step.
Yeah.
I'd say bookmark.
No, I meant
Why
audio.
not use
Oh,
a
right, yeah.
Why not use a Gapham bookmark?
We don't have gap and bookmarks.
Right.
Should we
Why not use the hashtag
gap 'em?
Gapham GAP comma M question mark?
You can't put a comma in there.
Okay, so sorry, carry on.
What were we?
We're talking about you
Me
reading
not
books.
being
Get a
able-
bookmark.
I bought a book called Death and the Penguin. Do you know that
Yeah,
one?
by Andrei Kharkovs or something like that.
I've
I
forgotten.
read
Ukrainian.
it years ago.
Yeah. So what's happened is it's from like 95 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's got popular because it was mentioned on some BBC show.
I read it.
So now it's in W.H. Smith's.
Years ago, I read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you
it's
reading
good.
it?
I like
funny.
it.
He keeps a penguin in a bath.
Yeah, but it's not like the
That's
penguin.
all I
like,
remember.
See, when I bought
Does
it,
he write? Does he write
Like the film with Jim
obituary.
Carrey.
obituaries? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Like the film with Jim Carrey.
it's exactly that's what it's based on.
Oh, is
Not
it?
really. No. What's that called? Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Mr. Poppin.
Are you
Or is
in
it
that?
Popper? Is it Popper?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
in it. No.
Robert Popper's penguin.
I'm not. And it's not when any Arctic or Antarctic animal is around. I'm not necessarily like there. Just like, oh, one of those will be John Luke
Mm.
holding up a penguin head. I guess you'd hold down a penguin head because I had to hold the polar bear head up high. And a lot of the time, I'd be told to like walk along on your hind legs, and I'd do that by the director. And then the head of animation would come over and say, "Look, polar bears can't do that, so you have to take the head down." So I'd been caught in this battle between
The director and
the animation guy.
Oh, that's awful.
I know. I mean, I will say it turned out all right. I didn't get, there wasn't like a blazing row. I was just sort of, it was like my parents fighting, except I wasn't that close to them as my parents. Yeah.
When you were a pirate in that, what were your lines? Did you have any?
I didn't have a line. I was a featured extra, I think. There was one line going, but it was given to someone
Was
who'd
it
just been...
Ahar matey?
I can't remember what it was. In fact, that whole scene, I think, disappeared from the final movie.
Why would pirates
there's one
be in
wide
Dr.
shot.
Dolittle?
Well, because they were vegan pirates. Funny idea. And they were saving a tiger or something. Yeah.
Did you at any point try and muscle in on that one line that was up for grabs?
I was hoping for it, but I think I'm
But
too
how
much
do
of
you
a...
how do you hope? Like, did you?
There were three of us in the running, and I didn't like fight for it. I'll say that. I just
Not like you didn't say I'm taking this penalty and just grab the ball.
no, there was no chance
No,
to
okay.
do that. Yeah,
What's this got to do with you reading?
but I
Sorry.
don't think the line, as I said, like actually made it to the final film.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
How do I get an appetite for reading?
I feel like you
books?
read a lot of books.
I go through
It
phases.
does. I know that you do.
All right.
When we'll get to that.
All right. First, do you like baths?
Not massively, no.
Okay.
I don't want to think about Bilal in a bath.
Well, it's
I
nice.
don't want to think about you in a bath, but not you in a bath.
I think
But there's bubbles, so you can't see.
like an advert, like in an advert.
yeah, really like bubbly up to me.
Yeah.
Right. I'd say first thing is don't like if you. I think the phone is the main thing that stops certainly me
Yeah.
reading. So it's about getting yourself away from that phone, or like putting the phone on airplane mode or whatever. It's quite useful to have a book in your bag when you commute, maybe. But really, you just have to chip away. I didn't really enjoy reading as a kid, and then when I was 18, one day I just suddenly
Just
did.
got into it, man.
Yeah.
I think it's just about like a little habit thing. Like I've started reading when I wake up in the morning
Have you?
because I'm only reading because I feel like, and that's the point. I can't even say a sentence here, right? I feel like I'm getting really dumb, and I always write better when I've read. So I'm now trying to get into a routine of
Oh.
even if it's just like one chapter, do a little read
Now, the reason that I know this lad flipping likes reading books
because you've been in
is
this thing.
because, not because I've been in his flat, but I have.
Yeah.
But he's also got lots of cool Nintendo related stuff on the shelf. But we won't. Let's not.
And Lego.
And Lego.
Lots of Lego.
What's
Some
your-
Nintendo Lego stuff, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do the adaptations What do you call it? The
Terrible, Wonderful Adaptations.
Terrible, Wonderful Adaptations, which I've done a couple of times.
Yeah.
Which is where you adapt a text. I mean, how would you describe it? You should do it.
We adapt an unadaptable text for performance.
It's very difficult.
So like a legal document.
Yeah, we did the iTunes terms and conditions once.
Right. Okay.
We started with Francis Fukuyama's The End of History. There's been things like we did a book of essays by Susan Sontag. We did The Far Side once. That was quite funny. Basically, anything which can't really be adapted performance, I then give extracts of it to a bunch of performers and tell them, go away and work out how you'll adapt this for 7 minutes of performance.
You know what would be good?
Yeah.
Something from a football program.
Oh, yeah, that would be good, yeah.
Like the manager's notes from a...
I've never seen a football program. So they've got
They're
manager's
weird.
notes.
So,
What do
so the
manager's
first
notes
page, the manager will like talk about like how the week has been in preparation for the game. It's always ghostwritten by someone because the manager has time to do that.
Well, and also like the turnaround on printing, like that's going to have to be done.
Yeah.
There's even like captain's notes,
yeah,
or whatever.
It's
and again,
all,
they're not
it's
right.
all bullshit. Yeah. And then they'll like do a like profile on one of the opposition players.
Might have a page with the mascot in there.
Oh right,
some
doing
community stuff.
Yeah.
Could you? I've had an idea. You know those choose your own adventure books. You could do that, but like with a football match in the program. So it's like,
oh my god,
take a penalty. Do you want to take? Who do you want to take a penalty? And then you say, do this one. It says, okay, turn to page 35, and then you turn there and it says, oh, it's a miss.
Yeah, red card as well.
Do you want to do a choose your own adventure football match as a book?
I think that's marketable.
Yeah,
people like football.
Would you write a book?
Yeah.
Have you done one?
I've done half one, and then I realised I didn't like the plot much. That was during.
I've had
lockdown.
that with scripts though. That's hard. I've written half a movie, and I was like, "This is dumb."
Have you given up on that?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's a good clippable moment.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if you might have ruined it by saying that's a good clippable moment.
No, we cut that out, innit?
Oh, right, okay.
No, I think
and
now
back.
You leave it in, right?
Oh, damn. Yeah.
And that's podcasting.
People like bantering humour on podcast clips. You know.
What's your demographic?
Who knows?
Oh, my wife, your girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
They're the same person.
Family.
Is that one person or?
Yeah,
two?
My girlfriend doesn't. My dad listens in the bath, which is stopping him reading. And
does he?
Now, what's your problem that you've brought in, and also what can you do about our problems?
The problems.
Do
already?
yours first, or that doesn't feel right.
I thought you've already done your problems, haven't you?
Well, what's my fancy?
No, yeah,
dress
you did
costume?
it.
I helped.
Oh, you just said you could adapt that again.
All right, I can give you a costume if you want. Why don't you go as people? Go as a ghost dog, because people dress their. This is one I've wanted to do for a while. It's
good.
They dress their dogs up as ghosts with a sheet. So
Have you seen it?
Get a dog costume and then put a sheet on top with the holes in.
Or like
That's
when
a
a
good
dog
idea.
when a dog's like dressed as like a big spider and it's got the legs on the side.
Yeah,
or a
you
pumpkin,
do that, but do a
is
dog as
really
that.
good.
Or a
Funny
hot
when it's
dog.
a little-
When they put the Dachshunds in the. Oh, my friend got
in a hot dog bun.
My friend got a large hot dog costume for her pretty big, like sort of Labrador-sized dog, but it was tiny. So there's this dog with just these two little tiny buns on its side. It was very funny. More of a visual thing, really.
One of the best costumes I ever heard about was when I, in my old radio DJing days, when I interviewed the Horrors, two members of the Horrors went as a chef and the other one went as a lobster, and he just chased him around the party with a big pan.
That's fun.
That's fun.
That's fun. Like in, is it Little Mermaid? Does that happen? Yeah,
Yes.
Sebastian ends up in a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
No.
He's a little lobster guy who sings.
Sorry, I thought that was quite yes, and no, I just didn't know the answer.
No. You can't just use it.
All right. So, what is your problem that you brought in today?
Winter.
Winter.
Yeah.
I find winter pretty difficult, and the clocks have just, as of one day before or 2 days before this recording,
A couple of
back.
weeks before.
Well,
Yes.
are we pretending
couple
this is
of weeks.
recorded later?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay, so
little bit.
quite recently.
That's why I didn't know where to put my costume party.
I see. Oh, was it? Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Look, at any rate,
Yeah.
winter I find very difficult. When it suddenly gets a lot darker in the evenings,
Yeah.
and then there's months ahead of it being dark all day, and I don't really know how to deal with it. Well, I'm sort of always teetering on a.
And what do you think you get? SAD? Or...
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly in the past, I've had depressive patches which have often correlated with winter.
Do you think you could be low in vitamin D?
maybe.
Because you can go get an injection.
Yes.
I had it.
You had it?
I had a vitamin D injection
you?
for 50 quid.
Oh, is that what's going on?
That's what's happening.
50 quid?
When did you have
Yeah.
that?
When or where? Sorry.
When?
A few weeks ago.
Did
Didn't
it
feel
did
anything?
It,
Well,
did
the
it,
last
Arm,
time
arm hurt.
The last time I saw you, you weren't in great spirits, so interesting.
Oh, I was unwell. That's why
Mm.
I had a chest infection. That's what it was.
I did once get an SAD lamp,
Mm.
but then
they
like,
work?
well, the thing is, having it on, it just reminded me all the time. Oh, I've got SAD.
Yeah.
And so I think then that didn't really feel like it worked for me.
Mm.
I'm trying to get up like at dawn now, just so I can which it gets later and later as winter goes by, just to try and maximise the light.
That's
and of
good.
course, in this job, you end up doing
Late
work in
nights.
the evening, and then what you're meant to do.
Okay, I've got a couple of suggestions. They might be a bit left field. First of all, are you romantically engaged at the moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Where?
that's an exclusive.
Where's your girlfriend from?
Well, I feel like as soon as I start saying that,
No, which part of the world? Is it the UK?
yeah.
Oh, well, you fucked it then. I got a girlfriend from South Africa, right?
Oh, right, okay.
And now I'm going to South Africa for a month,
I
and
see.
so I'm going to escape it.
So the idea is date someone in a hot country.
You
during
need to
winter.
set your
Yeah.
Tinder
So
to
an Australian
Yeah,
would be the most
yeah.
best idea.
But-
Okay.
You know, I'm going to be in South Africa. It's going to be summer in December, so.
Okay.
But also, you could also do this. You could also maybe turn your living room into a sort of like Copacabana beach club, just
Yeah.
maybe once a week on a Sunday,
Right.
and then you'll feel like you're on holiday. Have
Once
a few
a week's gonna be
cocktails.
hard though to get all that sand in and out.
No, but you
just
don't
to-
have sand, but you could just
Oh,
the
okay.
music, the light.
You could get a green screen and imagine, look at a screen and it looks like you're
that's
on
not
a
how
beach.
you use green. I
That's
look
not how
at the
green
screen and
screen's like.
imagine. I get a green screen.
Well, it looks. I mean, it's pretty realistic.
green.
No, but
So
you
I have to look at
the
me on a
computer,
laptop. I
Yeah,
see.
and you're like, I'm on the beach.
You could just get you could just do all your work on Zoom and have the beach as a background,
Yeah.
and just have no one else in the meeting.
I'm not sure this is a work. I think these are signs of depression. I don't think there are ways of dealing with depression.
Yeah, that's worrying, isn't it?
What hobbies have you got?
Reading.
Mm.
We've been through
Oh,
that. I enjoy exercising, playing on my Switch every now and then.
What kind of exercising?
I'd call like weights and resistant
Okay.
stuff.
yeah.
That's fun.
'Cause I feel like if you get out in the cold air in the morning, that would be good.
I know. Yeah, running. I got bored of. I used to run.
You're
a lot,
good
and
at getting
I got
up.
bored of.
You get up quite
He's
early.
getting up he just said he got up at
No,
dawn.
no,
Have a
but-
listen to the
no,
podcast
I know.
you're making.
No, he said that, but he could be like, oh, he's been doing it for a week. You know what people are like.
No, I
Yeah.
in
but
fact
we
just
record
started today.
whenever
Oh, you
we record stuff
Just
together.
It started today.
Yeah, well, because
Because
this
this
when
is
the
going
clocks
out in
have-
2 weeks. You've been doing it for 2
I've done it
weeks.
for 2 weeks.
Oh,
I'm doing
okay,
it.
yeah.
Or I tried it briefly 2 weeks ago.
You
we don't
always
know
want to
yet.
record stuff in the morning when I'm guest on.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
stuff,
Well,
and
I think
that's
I
good.
think feel more creative in the morning than other
Really?
times.
Yeah, I do.
Ah,
Yeah.
I feel creative at 3 a.m.
I think
Us
maybe-
recording this
actually,
at midnight is
I
not
think I
good.
might be creatively crepuscular because I'm quite good at dawn and quite good at dusk.
I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah.
Crepuscular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you googling crepuscular?
No.
No. Okay.
What is it called?
We're looking bad here.
I mean, I think I've literally just told you what crepuscular means.
Losing listeners.
Okay. Crepuscular. Oh, sorry. You mean appearing active in the twilight?
Yeah. It's a really good word, man.
Yeah, it's like cats are crepuscular.
Yeah,
we think they're nocturnal, but actually they're like.
And you
they-
love cats.
They're very
Yeah.
active at dawn and at dusk.
Do you want to visit my cat?
I'd love to
Okay, we'll sort that out.
Maybe that would be a nice thing.
visit a cat. That would be a nice thing. I think a cat must help
good,
a lot. I just can't really have a cat because I'm in quite a.
You're not allowed a
Hi-
cat there.
hi.
I could have a cat. I'm just into. I feel like
No
I could only have an
outdoorsy.
indoor cat, and I feel a bit mean keeping a cat indoors.
I know what you mean. They're
You could have an indoor person.
That's
What?
me.
Oh. Like someone who's anxious doesn't like going outside instead of getting a cat.
What? A roommate?
Get an anxious roommate.
Weird roommate. Doesn't
And then
go
you'd be
out.
look at them and you'd be like, oh, at least I'm not as bad as them. And then you'd feel a lot happier about yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we could solve your problems.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's what you've done.
And can I say you've been very crepuscular?
What I like is you've said it differently every time, and I won't even attempt saying it. If you're new to the podcast, the format very much is that if you've got a problem, you send it in to us. That's the main service we're supplying here.
I'm so sorry about my cough, everybody. I deeply
Why don't you drink some
apologise.
water, you slob?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Take a
Slob.
little second.
Listeners' problems.
Can you not do it while you're pouring water?
Just to
If you wanna
let
clip
you know,
this.
allegedly, people are saying that we record these quite a bit before they go out. That's out there. I'm not gonna, entertain such nonsense.
Mhm.
But it might take time for your question to get read out. So please don't get sad when a guest is
And if
on.
you do, get a sad lamp.
Get a sad lamp off Amazon. So this
To an
question,
Amazon locker. That's a callback.
Oh, yeah.
Callback simply mentioning something earlier.
It's
in
useful,
the
isn't it? It's
conversation.
so useful when
yeah,
when
yeah.
you can't when you're not in.
Yeah.
So
my problem is I go to the shop instead of an Amazon locker, and then I feel duty bound to buy something. So for me, it's like, well, I'm going to get myself a bag of crisps every time I pick up a parcel, which is quite nice.
The Amazon locker near me is in a library.
Oh.
So I
Oh, no,
Is
not
that
the
good or
locker. I'm
bad?
saying, like, if I have to go and pick it up from, like, a
Oh, right, like
A
DPD
shopkeep.
or whatever. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
this is from Adam.
DPD, is that the name of a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
okay.
deliver stuff.
Okay.
Hey
From Adam.
Is that
Hey
real?
guys. DPD?
Is he real?
Is Adam real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sent an email in. And you can email in at gotaproblemmate@gmail.com.
Please get your problems in. Yum, yum, yum.
Hi. Pretty new to the podcast. I'm
Hi.
loving it so
Hi,
far.
Adam.
Hang on.
Hi, Adam.
Adam, can you get back in touch and tell us how many episodes in you discovered us?
Okay. But again, we'll read that out in probably a few
A month's time.
yeah. Pretty new to the podcast and loving it so far. I have a question for you. Hope you can help me. I've always wanted to give stand-up a go. But due to ill mental health, problems with anxiety, and just generally being too scared, I've never tried it. I'm now in my late 30s and wondering if I've left it too late.
Yes.
No.
Am I too old to start doing comedy now? Is it something mostly done by young people? No. If I do decide to have a go, how do I get started? Of course you can try. Joey's
Listen,
in his
Adam.
60s.
Listen, Adam. Right. First of all, is it something for young people? Do your research. There's loads of young people and old people doing stand-up all the time. So you didn't need to ask us. You don't need to bother us with that.
No,
You
but
could
you're
just
Quite an
found out.
aggressive.
Anyway,
That's what I was going to say.
Also, we don't need any more stand-up comedians. We're all struggling enough as it is, actually. So if what you want to do is give us anxious people with mental health problems a bit of a break and stop adding to the problem.
Oh.
I don't think that's...
I'm not going to take. I'm not.
Did
gonna,
you need to say
I
that?
like to take a different.
Go ahead, please.
It's actually not for us to solve. It's for you.
Oh, okay. Well, like first off, mental health problems and anxiety. Those are two like that. They're really good for stand-up. Most stand-ups have them. So already you're like, wow, yeah. I don't think you're too old. Because I don't think there's such a thing as too old.
No, of course not.
Well, you know what you have, Adam. You have the benefit of knowing yourself before you begin. So that makes it easier.
How old were you when you started?
20.
Yeah, I was 21.
I was
had nothing to
21.
say.
But I don't think I was good until I was like 28. Well, yeah. Well, how do you start? You go and you book
You
into
do
open
open
mic
mic
nights.
nights?
Yeah, yeah.
5 minutes.
You do, actually, there's some. You do need to get in front of an audience. That's because
That's
you
it.
can't really start writing properly until you're hearing
Stage time.
what people laugh at and what they don't laugh at.
Stage time is the main thing.
Yeah.
And there'll be some crap open mics, but that's all part of it.
Yeah, and like the only way to get over the fear, I think, is to expose yourself to it and just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You've got to have the desire. I was desperate to do it when I was 21, and I'm not trained in acting or anything like that. And I was a very shy little boy, so I don't even know how I did it. So you can do it. Of course you can. Look, this guy does it.
I did a learn how to write stand-up comedy course, a Muse Moose comedy course, when I was at university, and I was very much very precocious. I thought I've got this straight away. Like I was what
I could see Bilal just Googling the word precocious.
What happened was in the first week they go around and be like, right, so it's a bit like AA, I'd imagine. Tell us why you're here, and
Well,
someone said,
when you go around AA, I don't think it's tell us why you're here. Everyone's pretty clear about that.
But like, and so it was people would be like, oh, I want to be better at writing funny lines in a musical that I'm writing, or I want to be funnier in work presentations. And it got to me, and I said, I'm here to be a full-time stand-up comedian, and anybody who's not is wasting their time.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't very nice when I was young.
How did that go down in the room?
I can't really remember. I didn't really care about what anyone thought because I was 21.
Have you seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yes.
Yeah, they put soap bars in socks and beat him when he was napping.
Oh. So this was a residential stand-up writing course the Muse Moose were running, where you were all in bunk beds in a dormitory.
Yeah.
And they'd wake you at dawn.
I actually had a pool ball in a sock, so I managed to...
Hands off, cocks on jokes.
I saw a prison drama with Sean Bean in called Time. Have you seen it?
I've heard of it.
He gets hit with the pool ball in a sock.
Yeah.
Very, very.
How is this helpful for Adam?
Oh yeah. No, look. So you can absolutely do it. There's no thing about age at all. You just got to get on stage, get stage time, and also like the first gig is very much for yourself. I'd say like you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it to try and smash it because even it doesn't matter. Like
incorrect.
Do you think like stand-up courses are a good way to start?
I've never done that stuff.
I tell you why. I can't say I necessarily learnt masses from it, but it did put me in a group of like-minded people that you had a network already of people you could like bounce
go
off
for
of.
that if you want.
The community thing I think sounds a good idea. Although, of course, you alienated them right away.
There's only one guy still going from mine actually, Ed Axel.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Oh.
You can ask him what little shit I was if you see him.
What was I going to say? Gone blank.
Oh,
very funny man, Ed Axel.
Yes, he's a very funny man. But yeah, what I would say to Adam is,
excuse me.
If you like driving long distances on your own and spend a lot of time on your own and eating shit food late at night, become a stand-up comedian.
I didn't like the idea of comedy courses because I kind of hated being in school and then also hated uni, so I shouldn't have done that. So that's why I didn't do.
You went to uni?
Yeah.
What did you study?
Media writing and production, and now I do a podcast. So you do a course if you want, because like you say, make some friends. You know, other people, other like-minded lads and lasses and people.
And that would help, I think, with the fear part of it as well. Because
also quite often on those courses, your last session is a gig in front of the rest of the class and an invited guest that they've.
And they'll be very supportive. They'll be lovely. No one's going to heckle you. It's not going to be like the film The Joker, which, by the way, he smashes that gig. So that's a stupid film.
Is it going to be like the film King of Comedy?
I love that film.
I enjoyed that film.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? He only saw it for the first time recently.
Did you? And I bring it up every episode now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope that's helped. I'm sorry about Joe being so aggressive earlier. He's got.
We don't need no more stamps. Fuck off, Adam.
If it doesn't go well for you, don't follow the Joker's route. In Joker, the film Joker.
Yeah, don't get all angry at Batman.
Yeah. Leave Batman out of it.
So is the Joker just a copy of the King of Comedy?
That's what it sounds like, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, it feels like it.
Feels like it.
Yeah. Give it a go.
Well, I didn't know that's my cup of tea.
So we hope we helped you, Adam, and thanks for listening.
Give us another problem, but not about stand-up.
No.
Well, and no,
it's
let them
fine.
know how it goes.
I don't know why
let them know how it goes.
Let us know how it goes. Listen, you better do it. We've got your email address now, and we can find national insurance number through that address.
Can you?
Yeah.
Adam,
wow. He's got this app.
Oh no,
Adam, you better not start coming around looking for my gigs and audience. Okay.
Wow.
You have to do it now that you've put it out there. Also, you know what? He is going to do it because the fact that he's saying it, it's like you've decided.
Adam, I'll make sure you don't get anywhere in this business.
Oh God. We're like the two little angel and devil on his shoulder, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hope that's helped. This has been. I think this has been a really good episode. I think it's.
I love that you. I love that you have to qualify it to the audience.
You have to,
guys. Thanks for listening. I think this has been a really good episode. And you should be really thankful that we did this.
It's free, but
it doesn't cost anything. But please do help us out.
Some stuff might be behind a paywall soon. Not any of this, but we might start some Patreon episodes. That's what. What were you going to do there?
I was going to say, please like, rate, and subscribe. It really helps.
Do you have anything to promote?
I don't know.
Soundheap.
Soundheap is coming back. That's my podcast, which is a podcast of too many podcasts. Where
Very funny.
It's we just make loads of different podcasts up.
I've been on it a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's fun. And with that starting again in the new year, we're re-releasing the original 12 episodes, which won the BBC Audio Drama Award for Best Sketch Comedy.
It's really British. The British
Yeah, that's
Broadcasting
it.
Corporation.
And it's coming back in the new year with 12 brand new episodes, and then 12 more after that,
Including some of the live one.
We will release the live one in some form. The live one was fun, wasn't it?
I mean,
Really
release Bilal. I
We
mean,
might
set
do
it
more
free.
live ones.
Really good.
But I think the live ones are going to be non-canon, so not set in the world of Soundheap, because continuity-wise gets a bit tricky.
I didn't know you had continuity.
There is now, because
Bloody hell.
we want to retain and build our listenership, so we're putting in
Yeah.
putting in plots, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, we should put a plot in this.
We have.
Next time, I'm going to try and blow up the podcast.
What does that mean?
That's good. Oh, or if the podcast. if
So
your
listen
speech-
next week,
if your
because I'm
if-
going to attempt to blow up the podcast.
If you say less than a certain number of words per minute, then the bomb goes off. So you have to keep
Like speed.
like speed, but with words.
It's a good idea for
Yeah.
a Netflix film.
Yeah, it's probably been commissioned already.
Yeah.
That sounds like that's got green light written all over it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for
And
having
thank
me.
you so much for joining us at home, or you're in your car, or in
And
your
please
headphones.
tell her. This is Garrett Millerick's advice,
Oh.
who was our guest recently.
Yeah.
He said, please tell a friend and a colleague
Or
and a dog.
an ombudsman.
Well, he didn't. And an ombudsman.
Oh,
Anything else?
I think I like the ombudsman thing.
Okay.
It's
We'll
hard to
stick
find
with that.
ombudsmans.
What is an ombudsman?
It's like a local official, isn't it? Like a kind of judge of some kind.
Yeah, if you've got to go and have a meeting because you've been told off by the police because you've made too much noise having a party in your flat, or your car's been towed away, while you're there, why not tell them about our podcast?
While you're getting arrested and put in the
No,
back
when
of
you're speaking to the ombudsman,
Oh,
or
okay.
woman or person.
Thank you for joining
Actually,
us.
I wonder.
everyone.
Yeah, is it an
ombudsperson.
ombudsman? Is it not? Is ombudsman then not gender neutral? Ombudsperson. Interesting.
Ombudsbody.
It's not really a word that's used anymore, is it?
Ombudsfolk. I last heard it used by when I was
We'll
I think
just
Vic
slowly fade
Reeves
this out, I
uses it
think.
in an
Yeah,
episode of
he
Big
uses
Night
it in a
Out.
lot of.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
one of
apart
their
from
favourite words.
Ombudsman is a
Yeah.
good word.
Which
I
is
think
the only
there
reason
are-
I know it,
There are.
realistically.
I think there's some crepuscular ombudsman around.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.